I don't remember how long I'd been sitting there before the camera turned on. Time didn't work right in that room. There were no windows, no corners, just white. The walls, the floor, the ceiling, so clean they felt unreal, like the inside of a box meant to erase you. When the light flickered on, I realized my hands were shaking. A table had been placed in front of me. I didn't hear it arrive. It was just there. On it sat a bowl of soup, still steaming, the surface trembling slightly as if it were breathing. I was already crying before I touched the spoon. I don't know why I ate. No one told me to. No one needed to. Hunger does strange things when you've been starved long enough. Your body makes decisions your mind is too weak to argue with. I lifted the spoon, watching my reflection wobble in the liquid. My face looked thinner than I remembered. Older. Hollow. The first sip burned my tongue. It tasted wrong. Not spoiled. Not bitter. Just unfamiliar in a way my brain refused to label. Like a flavor I once knew but wasn't meant to remember. That's when I noticed them. They were standing behind me. I hadn't heard a door open. I hadn't heard footsteps. But suddenly, they were there, two shapes, tall and still, wrapped in thick black fabric that swallowed the light. Their masks were smooth and pale. Blank. No mouths. Only eyes. Just featureless faces tilted slightly toward me, like mannequins pretending to be alive. I whimpered, the sound escaping before I could stop it. They didn't move. I took another spoonful. My hands were shaking harder now, soup sloshing dangerously close to the rim. I could feel their presence pressing against my back, heavy and patient. Watching. Waiting. With every bite, the smell grew stronger. Metallic. Sweet. Familiar. I started to gag. Tears dropped into the bowl, disappearing instantly. I wanted to push it away, to scream, to ask what was in it, but my throat locked up. Fear sat on my chest like a weight, crushing the words before they could form. The figures leaned closer. Not much. Just enough for me to feel the cold of them, like standing near an open freezer. One of them raised a hand. Its fingers were gloved, long and deliberate. It rested that hand on my shoulder. I sobbed openly then. Memories surfaced in flashes, my apartment door half open, the smell of something sweet in the hallway, a voice asking if I needed help. Then nothing. Just darkness and the feeling of being carried. The soup was thicker now. Each swallow felt heavier, harder to force down. My stomach twisted in protest, but I kept eating. Somewhere deep inside, a terrible understanding was taking shape, something my mind still refused to fully accept. I recognized the taste. Not from food. From blood. The room felt smaller as the bowl emptied. The white walls seemed to pulse, breathing in time with me. I could hear my own heartbeat in my ears, loud and frantic. When the bowl was nearly empty, the hand on my shoulder squeezed. A warning. I scraped the bottom with the spoon, my breaths coming in ragged gasps. My vision blurred, tears streaking down my face, dripping onto the table. Finally, there was nothing left. The figures stepped back. I felt the pressure lift, the cold retreat. When I dared to look over my shoulder, they were already walking away, their forms dissolving into the brightness at the edge of the room. The light went out. I don't know how long I was left there afterward. Long enough for the taste to linger. Long enough for the realization to settle like rot in my gut. Someone had made that soup. Someone had decided I would eat it. And somewhere, just beyond that white room, I knew there were more bowls being prepared. Waiting to be filled.